In this video, I'm going to tell you how I passed PMI's hardest certification exam and their top level certification without studying at all. And I'm going to show you how you can do it too. But before I get into that, I want to show you guys what exactly is the highest level of PMI's certification. And I want to show you from the bottom, the CAPM, all the way to the top. So with that, let's go check out PMI's website and see what that looks like. All right, so I am here at the PMI's website, and I want to show you guys the certifications that PMI offers, and then I'll tell you guys what the top certification is. And they basically have it on their website where it says core certifications, and they build up to it. So if you're going after a PMI certification and you have no experience, the lowest level you're going to get is going to be that CAPM. If you have a few years of project management experience, you're going to get the PMP certification. And if you guys are managing project managers, you are going to be a program manager. And then the top certification is the PfMP certification. This is Portfolio Management Professional. This is a certification that you need at least 8 years of experience to get. It's 170 questions. It's a 240 minute exam, but I finished it on a whole lot sooner. We'll talk about that in a minute. And you guys can actually go to the website and see if you qualify to take it. Check eligibility is here, and they go through some different requirements. But in this video, what I want to do is I want to talk about how I passed the PfMP without studying at all. And I want to explain to you why I decided not to study to take the exam. And then I took it, then realized, oh my God, this is very, very easy. Let's get into this and why. So just to show you guys the proof, because I know you guys are going to ask, is there any proof to that? Well, let's go see. So if you guys notice, I took this test. Here's my exam analysis. Here's my name. Passed the PfMP certification. It's on November 15th. And you'll notice that I got basically a perfect score in everything except there was one of these domains called governance. I got targeted. But the overall score was above target. So just a great score. All right, PMI is just really slow here to load. But so anyhow, that's me passing. That's the proof that you'll need to see. Yeah, so I'm above target. It is me, guys. Yeah, that's a horrible picture. I do need to get some hair there. If you gotta get those hair implants, guys. All right, so PfMP. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys today about why I decided to do this and how you can do it too. Okay, so let's talk about what the certification is. So PfMP is a portfolio management professional. Portfolios are different than projects. They're different than programs. So a program is a collection of projects with a similar goal, or I should say long-term goals. A portfolio is a collection of projects, programs, and operations combined to achieve a strategic goal in a business, some really long-term goal. So if you are managing right now program managers and project managers, you may qualify for this. Please check out the website. So a couple of weeks ago, I decided, you know what? I haven't done no certifications a year ago. I mean, I haven't touched any certifications all year this year, and it's driving me crazy. Every year, I try to get 2 to 3 certifications. I always tell people I got 66 certification, now 67, but I've been doing this for 23 years. It sounds like a lot, but it's not really a lot if you just do 2 to 3 a year. So I decided, you know what? Let me just get the highest PMI certification. So I went to the exam website and I put in my credentials. I fill out the application. If you guys are really interested to learn how to fill that application out, drop a comment below and maybe I'll do a video on it because I don't know how many people would be interested in this certification. So I filled out the application. I submitted it to PMI and then I got denied. They were like, hey, we don't want you here. Your application kind of sucked. So I learned my lesson. I saw what they wanted, rewrite the application, resubmitted it, boom, got approved. Now, when I got approved, I said, you know what? Let me go study. And then I came to realize there's no study materials. There's really not much practice tests. There's really not a really good study guide that I could have found for it. The only thing was the standards of program management that PMI offered. So I said, what do I do? How do I take this test? And then I said, you know what? You know what's the best practice question you can ever get? You know, it's the best practice question. It's the most expensive, but it is the best practice questions out there. If you're taking an exam right now, the best practice questions you will ever get is the real test. So I said, you know what? Since there's nothing to study exam-wise, I don't know what to study. I don't know how the exam will be formatted. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just not gonna study at all. I'm just gonna go in there and I'm just gonna take the test. And I'm gonna consider the $800, although I think the retake fee is less, maybe 600, 400. I'm not sure what the retake fee was. I said, you know what? To me, it was like buying a course. It was like, well, this is gonna help me achieve it faster. This is gonna be the best training that I can ever get. It'll be the best practice questions that I can ever get. So I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna go in there. I'm gonna learn. I'm not going in there to pass. I'm going in there to understand the questions. I know I'm gonna fail. I went into this exam knowing that I will fail miserably, and I didn't care. Because you know why? It's just a practice test. That's how I saw it. Now, how does this apply to you? If you're scared to take an exam right now, like your PMP, your CAPM, whatever exam, try this method. It works. Believe me, I slept good Thursday night. I wasn't nervous going in. I didn't care. I was like, all right, this is gonna be the best practice test in the world. So I went in there and I took the test and boom, I passed it. But when I sat down on the exam, you see, first of all, guys, I want to tell you guys that, and this is the part, how you can pass it without studying. When you sit down to do this test, if you pass your PMP, I already have a PGMP, by the way. If you have that mindset, that PMP mindset that I taught in the PMP course, but you think strategically. So I'm a CEO of the Technical Institute of America. I think way strategic. I think way long term. If you take the PMP mindset that I taught you in the PMP course, but you apply it to long-term thinking, programs are implemented to achieve strategic, long-term goals, 3 years, 5 years, 10-year goals. If you take that mindset, you could probably pass it without studying too, because when you sit for the exam, keep applying the mindset I tell you. Anytime you get a problem as a portfolio manager, the same thing you would do in PMP. Don't go ahead and give away the problem. Don't kick the can down the road. You know, all these things I teach in PMP, you can pass it too. So anyway, Trey, I took the test. I passed the test. Was it difficult? No. If you have the right mindset, you understand how programs are, you understand how companies think in the long term, you're gonna pass. It did have some calculation questions, but nothing that you didn't learn in a PMP course. So I didn't think it was very difficult, as you guys can see. Now, I do want to show you guys one thing that, you know, if you're thinking of taking your exam, here's what I did. So I want to show you guys something. Notice that I got an email from PMI on November 11th. I know this is super hard to see here. I can't make this bigger. This is the email from PMI that says you're eligible to take your exam. It came November 11th at 11:38 p.m. This is in the middle of the night. And then Monday, this is Monday. PMI told me that. And then Tuesday, so about 12 hours later, this is Tuesday at 3:24 p.m., I scheduled a test. I scheduled it for November 15th. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is this. Don't be scared of exams, okay? Never be scared of a test. Consider it, you know what, go in there, try this new mindset. Because this is not something I ever did before. I'll be honest with you guys. I've never done this before. I've always studied for my exams, but this one, never studied for it. I considered it a practice test, but it was much easier than I thought. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you learned something. What did you learn? If you're watching this, what the hell did I learn out of this? Here's what you learned. If you're scared to take an exam right now, try this method. Consider this an amazing practice test, a really expensive practice test. Just go, but please study first. Don't do what I did. Study first, consider practice test, maybe you'll pass it. And maybe the PfMP is something that you're interested in. And what I really want to ask you guys is, are you guys interested in learning more about portfolio management and program management other than just project management? If you are, put it in the comments below. And if you found value in this video, give it a like, and I'll see you in the next video.